protein deficiency can severely compromise your immunity and thereby increase the risk of contracting various infections. Hello, I'm Ambika Singh Kama. Welcome to Protinex Protein Abhiyan, where we talk to doctors, dietitians, wellness coaches to learn why protein is an essential element for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Today, we're joined by Dr. Swati Maheshwari, who is an internal medicine specialist with more than 15 years of experience in India as well as abroad. Dr. Swati Maheshwari, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Ambika.
You know, the first thing, a very basic question, if you could tell our viewers, how important is protein for good health?
So proteins are the main building blocks of our body. They are the main structural elements of all the cells in our body. They are a very vital part of our body because most of the muscles, the bones are made up of proteins. And apart from that, all the chemical reactions that happen in our body, all the metabolic reactions that happen in our body are all facilitated by protein only. Apart from that, the entire hormonal system of our body, the hormonal system of our body is something which, helps the cells to connect with each other, and that's why we get such a good function of our body. So these hormones are also formed by protein, so they are something which is very, very essential. Apart from that, we also have some fibrous proteins in the body like elastin, keratin, collagen, which are an integral part of skin, hairs, nails, and bones of our body. Now, apart from that, they are also very important for our immune system because the antibodies and the immunoglobulins which actually fight with the infected material that enters our body are actually proteins only. And apart from that, also a very important thing that most of us know also is hemoglobin, which is there in our blood. Now, this hemoglobin is again a protein which carries oxygen to the entire body. So protein is something which is very, very essential for all the actions that happen in the body, be it digestion, be it blood clotting, muscle contraction. So all the activities that happen in the body are facilitated by proteins.
So protein is extremely critical. Thank you for explaining it, why it is so important for us. But Dr. Swati, if you can tell us what happens if we do not consume adequate proteins, what are the signs and symptoms we should be looking out? What are the signs our body will show?
Absolutely. So Ambika, even if we don't take adequate protein for a week, what starts happening in the body is that the muscles, they start getting weak. And especially, the muscles which are associated with posture and movement are the ones which start slacking at the first go. So eventually, when you're not taking enough protein, you start feeling fatigued. You feel as if you're low on energy. You're too tired because your muscles are not able to work appropriately. So you feel that, your exercise capacity is going down. And over the time, if you're still not taking enough proteins, what happens is the muscles start losing their strength and their bulk as well. So, we see a lot of people who have suddenly thinned out or they have flabby muscles. This is all because they are not taking enough protein. Now, apart from this, what happens is that since the neurotransmitters that are there in our brain are also, have a lot of protein in them, their quantity and quality also starts getting compromised. So a person, would have a lot of mood variations. So they suddenly might feel depressed or overly aggressive. So all these changes start coming in. Now, apart from this, since proteins are very vital, people over the time start losing the balance of the body also. So that is also one major problem that comes. And since proteins are very, very essential for growth, if we talk about children or if we talk about young adolescents, then the growth can get hampered as well, which is, so their height might get hampered, the overall growth of the different organs in the body might get hampered. So all this starts weighing down on the person. Now, apart from this, there could be early signs as swelling. So somebody could see swelling on their stomach area, legs, or hand or feet. So that is something which is very visible. Apart from that, also there would be a lot of sugar cravings in a person who's not eating good amount of protein. That would be there. And again, mood is something that, kind of changes quite frequently. And the very, very important thing, as I spoke earlier as well, is one that, you feel so tired that eventually even anemia sets in. And that also, kind of creates a cascade. And, more and more person, gets low on energy, is not able to work, and the other organs start getting compromised as well.
So Dr. Swati, like you said, there are enough symptoms that one should be looking out for, that if they feel they have deficiency in protein. But since you were telling us about fatigue and tiredness, how does adequate protein help in dealing with it? Because very often we hear people say, I'm tired by the end of it, by the end of the day. So tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. See, since most of the muscles and the bones are made up of proteins. So if you're not taking enough amount of proteins, eventually your muscles would not be able to keep up with the level of activity that you actually want to do. So, exercise capacity would go down. And if you're able to, say, walk up to 3 kilometers or 4 kilometers, slowly that would start decreasing. So it is very essential to take a rich source of proteins to ensure that we are taking an adequate amount of proteins. Otherwise, slowly the muscles, not just they start losing their bulk, what we call it in a medical terms is sarcopenia. That is, the strength of the muscle also starts decreasing, and over the time they atrophy. In the sense, I would say that, that they are not that strong enough to actually carry out the activities that you're supposed to do.
Explaining us that really well. I think, awareness, of course, is key. Thank you so much, Dr. Swati, for joining us.
Thank you.
So with that, we've come to an end of this segment of Protinex Protein Abhiyan, but send us your suggestions or what more you would want us to discuss about protein right here. So write to us on our social media handles or log on to ndtv.com/proteinabhiyan and take the pledge. Use the hashtag ProteinPledge.